At the beginning of my first term here at OSU, I thought mostly about my success as a transfer student in terms of my academic performance. Now, throughout the course of this class and the activities that we have engaged in, I still obviously consider my academic support very important or success very important. But I also take into consideration a broader and more in-depth consideration of factors. So I look at my education now in a holistic manner where I'm also thinking about what I can do to support my academic goals through supporting my well being emotionally and physically, and about how individually social and intellectual and community goals are important alongside academic success. So this course has not fundamentally changed how I considered my success as a transfer student, but it has broadened it and made it deeper. My tools, resources, strategies that I've developed a couple. Primarily, I would say that time blocking has proved to be very helpful in being able to get assignments done, dedicate time to schoolwork, make sure that I can find time in my schedule and have sustained focus. I would like to implement it even more into my schedule. Right now, it's sometimes looser. I set aside time during the day, but I would like to have more of a routine to it, make it more exact. And you can see an example right there of just separating your time into blocks. And I think that would help me further excel in my academic performance and find times for other things. Like I was talking about the importance of all the aspects of my education, social life, etc. And then I would say one of my greatest tools is my family and my friends and my community because they support a lot of the other important elements of my life, like my physical or my mental well-being, my community, my social needs, these sorts of things, which help me to succeed and excel academically here at OSU. The OSU mission has a lot of focus on economic, social, cultural, environmental goals and progress. I do resonate a lot with that mission. When we were asked to explore personal aspects and this throughout this course, our personal values and these things, I put emphasis on a lot of those, and I think throughout this course, it's made me realize more and more that it's not something you have to put into the future. Making efforts towards change and pursuing your personal values. For example, volunteering and social work and these sorts of things can you can work them into your life at really any period, and I would like to do that more. Um, I think that there's a pressing need today for some changes and some progress. I think, for example, environmental issues are something that a great many deal of people are concerned about, but I think we see a disproportionate lack of action from uh, governments, and I think there's many factors in our society today that a lot more reform, progress, and success is needed. And then, what would I tell an incoming transfer student to expect here at OSU? What kind of advice would I give them? Well, first, I would tell them to expect a solid education. I haven't had any, I've enjoyed all of my classes. I felt that all of them were well conducted, learned valuable information. I haven't been overwhelmed by any of my classes. I feel like they've had a pretty decent amount of coursework. So I would tell an incoming transfer student that they would just need to expect that they would have to put in the necessary amount of time, but it's not going to be unreasonable. They're going to enjoy their educational experience if they're putting in the appropriate amount of time and effort. And I would tell them a lot of what I've covered here in this slideshow today, that as you become part of the campus or the e-campus, you there's a lot to focus on outside of just purely your grades and your academic work. There's also community, there's career opportunities, there's social aspects, And I think there's a lot of self discovery along the process. So I would tell them to look forward to the experience and let them know all of